My fiancé tried to trap me for my house and business, so I pretended to fall for it, secretly froze the accounts, and left her came back to nothing. I'm a 33-year-old male who met Allison, a 31-year-old female, 4 years ago at a local business networking event. I was 29, running my own restaurant that I'd opened after years of saving and planning. It was nothing fancy, just good food at decent prices with a loyal customer base. The restaurant cleared about $95,000 a year after expenses, which wasn't making me rich but kept me comfortable. I'd spent 3 years working 80-hour weeks at 2 different restaurants while living in a studio apartment with my college roommate. Every cent I could save went into my business plan. When I finally secured the SBA loan to cover the remaining startup costs, I slept on the restaurant floor for the first month, showering at the gym across the street. That's the part of entrepreneurship no one posts about on Instagram. I owned a modest 3-bedroom house in a decent neighborhood, bought it foreclosure and fixed up myself. The previous owners had defaulted after a messy divorce, and the place needed serious work, a new roof, updated electrical, and a kitchen remodel. I did most of it myself on days the restaurant was closed, learning from YouTube videos and a retired contractor who lived down the street. Allison worked at one of those upscale boutiques downtown, where everything cost 3 times what it should. She was assistant manager, but you'd think she was CEO from the way she carried herself. Long brown hair always perfectly styled, nails always freshly done, clothes always precisely on trend. She had this practiced way of making you feel like the most interesting guy in the room while simultaneously making you want to impress her more. Her sales technique carried over to dating. She'd ask questions about my business with what seemed like genuine interest, then casually mention how impressed she was with real entrepreneurs. My sister Kate saw through the act immediately. The first time they met at a family dinner, Kate pulled me aside afterward. "That woman is faker than my coworker's LinkedIn profile," she said. I brushed it off as Kate being overprotective. She'd always been suspicious of the women I dated, but this time her warning had an urgency I ignored. "So you're really into this one?" Kate asked when I mentioned getting serious with Allison. "Yeah, she's different, ambitious, connected, knows what she wants." "What she wants is your wallet," Kate muttered. I pretended not to hear. In retrospect, the red flags were everywhere. Allison never offered to pay for anything, not even when I was clearly stretching to cover an expensive dinner she'd suggested. Our first date cost me $190 at some fusion place where the portions would starve a toddler. My buddy Cole warned me early on too. "Dude, you're making local business owner money and she's living a trust fund lifestyle. Do the math." But when you're sleeping with someone who looks like they could be in a toothpaste commercial, your calculator mysteriously breaks.